All right, so giving you all that allotment update after summer solstice and what it looks like. I know it's been a while, so have a lot of things going on. So all these are potato beds. You know, I think last year it was just 4 potato IBC tanks, but this year there is 6. So they look like this right now because they're on the way out already. They're ready to be harvested. I already harvested potatoes from this bed already, and we're about to do these next 3 that are dying off. So that's going to be harvested in the next, I'll say, next week or less, and we'll go for another round. But check it out. So I've been very happy with those, and I've been experimenting with the amount of potatoes I put in each bed to see what amount of potatoes gives me the best volume on the harvest. So I'll let you know how those go. But this right here, which I'm real happy about, this was just our compost that I noticed one day. I forgot to put the cover back on the compost, and some things started growing out. I knew it was squash plants. I didn't know what type of squash plants because we put a whole bunch of different things in there. So I left the cover off, allowed things to grow, and this is what you have. So some beautiful fruits, just looks lush. There's nothing but food in here. So if you come around over here, you can see I try not to disturb there, so I don't even walk in there. You know. So you can see, I'm not even sure which type of squash this one is, but yeah, you see a fruit, and there's tons of other fruits in there. This year, in comparison to the other years, I did less of wrapping up the plants and trying to do vertical growing and stuff like that, and I realized that was more of a headache than anything else, and I was putting a lot of stress on the plants, trying to force plants with heavy fruits to grow upward on a structure just because I wanted to maximize the space. Nah, I just left that by itself, created a nice trellis for it to come down, and let just nature just do its own thing. So that's a great point of learning for me. You know, we have an amount of stuff from nasturtiums to runner beans to sunflowers to more French zucchini, courgettes. There you go. All these are nice. Yeah, some of these things I wouldn't have left that long, but yeah, we were running through difficulties in getting this video done. So that's why some things are just bigger than I would have allowed it to, because I wanted the reveal to be on camera so y'all could see. You know, one thing to be growing, but another thing to actually see the fruits, right? So you have tons of stuff in raised beds as well, in these buckets, all things growing. So you can see, nice little dwarf plant, but you see how much tomatoes is on this dwarf plant right here. And that's just in a simple bucket, right? So maximizing. Over here, we have our strawberries, which we had abundance of strawberries. There's none left because we already had them. Then got the rainbow chard. Got this big ass one that turned into a marrow. Look at that. There you go. And once again, this is just a start. There's tons of things here that are still in this growing phase. I just wanted you to see what it looks like. This is a newly built structure as well. So probably the next time that you see this, in like the next month, there might be things running up here, trellising through. But over here, this is what I put in here. What was it?
Japanese.
This is Japanese pumpkin.
But not this one.
Not this one. This is something else. I'm not even sure. But yeah, look at that. And yeah, so this year we definitely focused on planting more of the things that we love and did less about experimenting, you know, seeing where I'm at. I'm in UK, I'm in London. Certain things grow better than others. So instead of forcing things to grow and like trying to get like real tropical with stuff, I'm like, let's do more of what we know could grow easily, right? And that's been great. Nope. but that's big enough to pick. She doesn't want to pick it, but I think we should. Because we pick that, that leaves more energy for the plant to bring through more. Yeah. Well, no. You don't have to wait till it's big, big, big. That's great. Hard to cut. Oh. Look at that. Yeah. See? Here you go. And there's still others growing. I'm going to leave that to get big. And then we got a range of poppies and different flowers. There's like tons of flowers around this year. That's great. Tons of nasturtiums. If you could just take some time and go in the middle and look at some of the flowers we have going on. It's real beautiful. Grabbing stuff all around. Yeah, this year is definitely a food forest. I'm happy with the balance of things. Sometimes it could be real anal about, nah, I want this to grow here, I want that to grow here. This year it's all mixed in. It's all mixed in. And we're just on plot 1 right now. Oh, here's another peek at some fruits. You take a close up on that. And then moving over here, which y'all didn't see, a month ago, this was broad beans, and there was nothing but broad beans in here. And that has already been harvested. So this bed and these 2 beds were nothing but broad beans that we overwintered. So took those out, and we're just talking about, just probably about a month ago at most, or 5 weeks. And we have a whole other range of things going on. Tons of tomato plants going through here. Got the lettuce interplanted with it. We got spinach, tons of spinach we've been eating from. You see, we got chives here that we've been picking from. I just picked these chives, I just took a whole bunch for chili that we did. Got basil, got coriander, cilantro. See more lovely lettuce, all looks great. And we haven't had to worry about slugs this year because it's been so hot, so that's great. So the corn is running. This was an experiment, seeing what's what, because outside the corn was being attacked when it was smaller. Like squirrels and stuff were just biting through the corn, just biting through it, and it was like that big. So I was like, okay, let me plant some corn other places. So yeah, that's why it's in here. It's not big enough. Polytunnel isn't big enough to hold it, but we'll make it work. So all this is a combination of sweet corn and fiesta corn, right? This was primarily what was the sunken greenhouse built a year ago. We started, majority of all the seedlings that you see planted here were started from in here. And once it got big enough, then we took it outside, because this right here, it's the most amount of heat. Really, so we were able to start things real early. So if I'm just showing you what the temperature is in there right now, and we're in London, it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I switch that, it's 35. It's hot. It bakes. So this is our primary nursery, and then everything that you see in both plots that I'm going to started from in here. And another reason why this does hold the heat, there's a lot of glass in this, but also there's about 2 feet. There's about 2 feet of nothing but gravel, sand, and wood on the ground. So this right here, it's like a lot of geothermal mass. It just stays. It literally bakes in here, right? So yeah, putting all these things to use. But let's come along and check out plot 2. Got onions and stuff. We got random things all over. I don't know if you saw any of the mints, but we have different pockets of various type of mints all around. That was mint over here. You can say what it is. You know what type of mint this is?
That one is peppermint.
So this one's peppermint. Let me finish showing you the mints real quick. Come through here. Emily loves her teas, so why not grow your own? Got loads of mint here. This mint.
Spearmint.
Spearmint. Loads of it. Yeah.
Imagine if you could smell it.
Need that aroma to come through the cyber channels, huh? Look at the size of this sunflower. Still growing. Hopefully we get to actually have or eat the sunflower seeds this year. So what we're gonna end up doing is putting a mesh cover on here, because the birds love to attack it. So bees been going all through that. So at some point, real soon, we're just gonna cover that all together so we could eat the seeds ourselves. But yeah, come through. We got raspberries over there as well. But yeah, lot number 2. As you can see, it's lush in here. It's lush in here. Doing a series of things, you know, raised up the soil level, so everything's high, real high, because some of the areas around us are real low, and when we get heavy rain, they get waterlogged. We don't have to worry about heavy rain this year, but normally that happens, but we're sitting up higher than everything else. But you have lavender, wisteria growing, more pollinators and different poppies and plants, flowering plants. All here, you got our runner beans. This is the best year so far for us on the runner beans. Like they all look great. They didn't struggle at all. And the difference was also planting them directly into the ground. You know, took some advice from another Portuguese head just across from me, because we used to just grow them in like little styrofoam cups on the inside and bring them out, you know, because we were having problems with like the mice and stuff eating the seeds before they grow. But they didn't touch that, so I was happy with that. What else? So the hugel bed is nothing but blue Hubbard. You can see it's abundant. I'll start moving some things so you can see what the blue Hubbard looks like. See it right there. You still got the scissors? Well, we got abundance of blue Hubbard. I'll cut the biggest one, but there's at least 10 to 14 fruits on the whole thing. See if we can locate a big one, the biggest one. Maybe this one. Do this one here. Yeah, let's do one. We'll do one. So yeah, there's like 10 to 14 of these. It's like a big ass dinosaur egg, right? So yeah, last year there was the blackberries extended all the way over to the front, and yeah, we don't need as much blackberries as we thought, so cut it down to only there, and then in that section over here, hold this mic in it, well, you know where to put it. In that section over there, we put more potatoes. So this whole section, a lot of this section right here last year was just paths. This was a path, that was a path. So now we're growing food in where all the paths were. So the blackberries are still coming through. They're in abundance. They're doing their own thing. You know, don't eat too much. That's how it's tasting like wine. Ooh. But yeah, more zucchini right here. Got strawberries in the planted there. Right here, I just set up cucumbers. So these are some cucumbers that I was growing in the greenhouse for a while, and I just laid this fence up top. So the whole idea is these cucumbers is about maybe 10 to 14 cucumber plants. They're going to start trellising up here. So I won't have to do anything. It's already on a nice incline. You know, I'll just lay them over, then they'll do its own thing, and we'll have abundance. What else? So this didn't exist. This part didn't exist last year because the compost was here. But what I ended up doing, I destroyed that compost, and the soil that was in there, I just spread the soil across this whole thing. So we have a lot of things that we didn't even plant that are coming up. And my abundance of potatoes that I had extra of, I didn't want to compost them or get rid of them. So I just dug a big hole and I just threw all the extra potatoes that we had. I threw them in there. That's why it looks crazy like that. But yeah, it's still gonna be food. You know, whatever the size of potatoes, it's still gonna have potatoes there. So you're on here, there's a range of tomatoes, there's runner beans. You got the blueberries over here. You got the children's bed. I'll let Mike in there, you could do some explaining on that. Talk about what you have there. Talk loud.
So here we have, of course, tomatoes, and then there's a bit of, I think this is Crown Prince squash.
All right, it's running.
And over here is all of our mint. We've had this for like a year, maybe 2.
What type of mint?
I think peppermint. Yeah. Yeah, peppermint.
All right.
Very strong.
Whose side is this?
This side here is my side, and then after this half of the triangle, it's SEMATAWI's.
All right, you want to do the cutting?
Okay.
Got some there to cut.
Go in there. Yeah. And here's a zucchini.
Yep, zucchini, courgette.
Courgette.
French type.
French type courgette.
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
Put it next to your arm. Yeah. All right. So then this section is my daughter's. She's not here. Not here right now. But we'll leave that. We still got onions growing.
Yeah.
Blueberries. Yeah. Look at this. Just abundance. It's just abundance. And we're not done. We're not done. This is only mid-July. The cage stuff has been attacked a lot. Strangely enough, it's deep. Even though it's a cage, it's still getting attacked. Like the squirrels were getting through, and the squirrels we had put like 20 corn in here, and the squirrels they didn't even eat them. They just snapped them. They just snapped them and had to replant nearly everything. So what they would do, they would just bite into right there. Maybe that's like the sweetest part of the corn or something. So always have to have things on backup. So whatever I plant out, I make sure I have a backup as well. So that's the corn that you saw there. So these are slightly behind. But in here, this is chard. This is chard right here. These are different salads that were just sown probably in the last, I'll say, 3 weeks. More spinach, Portuguese cabbage, runner beans that are coming up. There was peas. This was purple sprouting broccoli you already had. And in these tubs here, those are carrots. And they're looking the best that they ever done. So we're happy with that. So yeah, everything has been changed up because the rainfall water was here the other year, and the compost, and now they're moved over there. So over here, we have more type of courgettes, whatever they are. This year I didn't waste time like labeling a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes it's just great to get a surprise. So various courgettes coming up. Some new beans, runner beans was planted right in here. So those will be springing up, I'll say in the next week, 2 weeks. And then we have back here where we deal with our fitness. Sometimes we train people here. And the children get into things, Emily as well. So we got our gym set. We got our ladders that we go right up the trees. We got kettlebells. So yeah, we out here. It's built. And yeah, that studio, that's for a whole nother time. But that was the allotment update. And y'all see what's what. So you wanna walk with me back through? I'll just let you enjoy the walk and see the scene. But yeah, thanks for joining in. So don't forget to subscribe, leave any comments, any questions, some things that you might want to see that I haven't done yet. Or yeah, other things for future videos. Give me a heads up, all right?